If AI coding is making your review queue feel unsafe, you are not behind. You are seeing the real bottleneck. The answer is not to ban agent code. It is to put it under traffic control. GitHub's blog has a very practical same-day signal. Agent pull requests are everywhere, and teams now need a different way to review them. Not because developers forgot how code review works, because the shape of the work changed. A human teammate usually brings context with the pull request. They know why the change exists. They remember the weird customer bug. They can explain the trade-off in a meeting. An AI agent can bring volume. That sounds useful until your team wakes up to 5 pull requests, each one plausible, each one touching a slightly different corner of the product, and nobody is fully sure which assumption the agent made at 2 a.m. Here is the operator playbook. Treat every agent pull request like a vehicle entering a busy intersection. It does not get to merge just because it arrived quickly. It enters a lane, 4 checks. First, scope. What was the agent asked to change, and what should be out of bounds? If the pull request changes more than the job, that is not initiative. That is drift. Second, evidence. What tests ran? What failed? What changed after the first failure? The useful review is not just, does the diff look fine? It is, can the agent show the path from task to proof? Third, ownership. A human still needs a name on the decision, not a vague team name, not the agent did it. One person who can say, I understand why this is safe to ship. Fourth, rollback. If this breaks production, can you undo it fast? If the answer is fuzzy, the pull request is not ready. Speed without reversibility is just confidence wearing a fake mustache. That is the whole mechanism, a review lane, not a 40-page AI governance policy. Not a weekly meeting where everyone says the word transformation and slowly loses the will to live. A simple lane that every agent-created change must pass through before it hits the main road. This matters for builders and small teams because the temptation will be to use agents as a raw output machine. More tickets closed, more diffs created, more apparent momentum. But the teams that win will not be the teams with the most agent code. They will be the teams with the cleanest handoff from agent output to human responsibility. Think about a creator shipping a website, a founder building an internal tool, or a product team trying to move faster without hiring 3 more engineers. AI coding can absolutely help, but if every change becomes a detective story, the time savings disappear inside review anxiety. So the practical move is this. Create an agent PR template today. Give it 4 mandatory sections. Task boundaries, test evidence, risk notes, rollback plan, then make the rule boring and automatic. If an AI agent opens the pull request, the template is required. If the template is empty, the review does not start. If the scope expanded, the agent gets sent back to a smaller task. That sounds strict. It is actually how you keep the speed, because once the lane exists, reviewers stop arguing with a mysterious blob of code. They inspect a package. They know where to look. They know what question to ask. And the agent becomes less like an unsupervised intern sprinting through the server room, and more like a very fast assistant who has to leave a paper trail. The bigger lesson is simple. AI does not remove operations. It increases the reward for good operations. The old advantage was writing code faster. The new advantage is making fast code reviewable, reversible, and boring enough to trust. So if you run a team, build products, or create software with agents, do not ask, how much code can this thing produce? Ask, what traffic light does this code pass through before it reaches users? That is how you become the calm operator in the room, the person who can move faster without making everyone else feel less safe.